my early decision to be able to officially retire from the National Police Service.
Mr. David Kokimayo offered to retire.
This has been prompted by personal matters.
I have today nominated the Honorable Major General Retired Joseph Ngaiseri as the new Cabinet Secretary for Interior and Coordination of National Government.
When you think that the big thing that happened in this town happened on Tuesday, this many days later, we still don't know where Olelenko is, and we don't know what happened. All we have is a statement that tells us that the president nominated somebody else into his position, and I guess it's one of those moments where you're like, I guess Jazir, and it is what it is. On the other hand, you know, the IG, former IG, resigned. And I still think brilliant. Whether he was pushed or he jumped, I think a brilliant move on his part. And we come from a country where people are always like, I will not resign, I'd rather die. It's such a dumb thing to do. Resignations, and especially when you're able to craft your own part of the story, is a lifeline. It allows you to go on to do other things, but almost do it with your head up. I've always said one of the ones I think was a stroke of genius was Smokin Wanjala. He resigned from the corruption, it was the Anti-Corruption Authority, and a couple of years later the man is in the Supreme Court. Resignation has dignity. Being fired, and especially when you're fired by a head of state, robs you of everything. It literally erases whatever part of your CV there was. You can get, you know, fired by your head chef, but you can't get fired by the head of state. It's such a dark mark on your CV. But what I do like though is that the president saw it wise to make sure he replaced the entire system. So he just didn't say, I'll get myself a new CS and keep the same IG. He realizes he needs an overhaul, and he didn't decide I'll keep, I'll get a new IG and keep the CS. No. So somewhere in the move, late as it was, and I think it was way overdue, there was wisdom. There was wisdom in the fact that it's time to shake this thing up, and all I can do is hope. In fact, it's not even about hoping so that, you know, we can poke holes of the new guys. It's hoping and praying they get it right, because our very lives, and this is not even, you know, tongue-in-cheek, our very lives depend on the two new people, the new CS and the new IG, whoever that will be, getting it right. Plain and simple.